Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse was a genre-defining, revolutionary, modern classic, released in 2018. The film brought life, style, and creativity back into the world of animation after the market had been overwhelmed with 3D realistic animations for years. Today, I'm going to talk about what makes this film such a cult classic and why it is a landmark in animation history. Lighting is used very deliberately in Into the Spider-Verse. From scenes such as this one, of the Kingpin, where the overwhelming use of blue lighting gives the scene a very foreboding and uneasy atmosphere, to this scene, where Miles has just returned home after witnessing Spider-Man's death. The dark blue seeping in from the windows is a signifier for Miles' emotions in this scene. He feels alone, scared, and hopeless. His dad enters, and a warm light flows in from the doorway, showing the warmth and comfort that his dad represents. It's this use of colour throughout the film that really captured me when I first watched Into the Spider-Verse. It's one of the many reasons I consider it one of my favourite movies of all time. Into the Spider-Verse revolutionized the world of animation, inventing new animation techniques and being one of the first, if not only, films to use frame rate as a storytelling device. Throughout the beginning of the film, Miles is animated on twos, meaning he's only animated on a new pose every second frame. This gives Miles the feeling of being clumsy and shows his lack of comfort and skills when it comes to being Spider-Man. It is only during the scene of Miles and Peter B. Parker escaping Doc Ock's laboratory that this changes. Peter B. Parker has been Spider-Man for decades in his dimension. This is shown by him being animated on ones as opposed to Miles' twos. Miles struggles to web sling, hitting trees and branches. Peter, noticing this, teaches Miles how to web sling mid-escape. It is during this scene that Miles switches from being animated on twos to ones. It shows Miles learning and becoming more experienced as Spider-Man. I was extremely amazed when I heard about this, as it was something you wouldn't actively notice, but subconsciously it changes the entire scene. Motifs play a big role in this film's score. The two main motifs are the journey motif and the spider motif. The journey is used when Miles is taking a significant step in his life, such as his uncle's death, or when he fails to try to master his newfound abilities. The spider motif represents the spider identity as a whole. It is heard at the introduction of Peter Parker, but for Miles, it isn't heard until he lands his first web swing. And again, not until Doc Ock acknowledges what Miles has become.
Miles? Spider-Man?
It is for these reasons that I believe Into the Spider-Verse is one of the greatest pieces of animated media ever created. From its stunning visuals, emotional themes, and unforgettable score, Into the Spider-Verse should go down as the new standard for animated films.